Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. The prediction. Knuckleheads, everything is bigger in Texas. And there's no exception when it comes to Saturday's bout between Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell for a vacant WBC interim title in the lightweight division, man. It's going to be a great one. It's going down at the American Airlines Arena in Dallas, Texas. I'm sure they'll have a little bit of an audience there. Don't mess with Texas. But that being said, before I get into this prediction, I want to say Ryan Garcia has some big cojones on him, man, for taking this fight. Listen, 22 years old. He's just 22 years old. He's never fought anyone even close to the caliber of a Luke Campbell. And he's only ever had 2 professional bouts that were scheduled for 12 rounds before this one. Of course, he ended both of them in the first round. But he's never gone the distance in a 12-round bout. Again, he's only had 2 scheduled 12-rounders. And he's going to be going in there at this point of his career against a 33-year-old former Olympic gold medalist who's challenged for a title twice against Vasil Lomachenko and a badass Jorge Linares at the time. For me, it's crazy, and you got to give the kid props. I just had to get that out the way. Typically in boxing, you know how it is. They're easy touches. You know who's going to win going into the fight. That is not the case here. This is a 50-50 fight for me. You may disagree. For me, this is a 50-50 fight. That being said, let's start with the prediction. Physical attributes, these guys are about the same. Ryan Garcia, 5'10" with a 70-inch reach. Luke Campbell, a little bit shorter, 1 inch, 5'9", with a 71-inch reach. So a 1-inch reach advantage. Nothing significant there. I think if you're looking athletically, though, you got to give the advantage to Ryan Garcia. I mean, the kid's super fast. That's not to say that's going to offset the experience here. But, I think athletically he's just younger, he's faster, and that speed, that tremendous speed he has, generates tremendous power, as we've seen in his last 2 fights where he finished his opponents in the first round. So, physically, athletically, they're similar, but you got to give the speed advantage to Ryan Garcia. Experience advantage has to go to Luke Campbell, right? He's got Vasil Lomachenko on the resume, and he's got Jorge Linares on the resume. Of course, he did lose to both guys, but he gave them a good fight, especially Linares. He lost by split decision against Linares, and he lost by a bit of a wider margin against Lomachenko, but he still hurt him in that fight. So you got to give Campbell props. And look, he's got a lot of heart too. We haven't seen Ryan Garcia face adversity, but Luke Campbell has been dropped in both those fights and got off the deck and kept on fighting. So the guy has a lot of heart, man. Those guys out in the UK, man, they don't play, man. I got a lot of respect for them, and they got a lot of heart. So that being said, I got to give the experience edge to Luke Campbell. As far as confidence goes, though, as far as confidence and momentum, you got to give it to Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. Why? Because he's never lost. He's never lost a fight. The only fights, again, that he's ever had scheduled for 12 rounds, he knocked the guys out in the first round. He looked unbelievably impressive, and he's coming off 2 first-round knockout wins. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen in this fight. I really highly doubt it, because Luke Campbell's a survivor and a fighter. But that's got to give you tremendous confidence and a whole lot of momentum going into this fight with Luke Campbell, who is coming off of a loss to Vasil Lomachenko, and he hasn't been in the ring for over a year, whereas Ryan Garcia actually fought earlier this year. So got one guy coming off a loss, one guy coming off 2 devastating first-round KOs. I think you got to give the momentum and confidence advantage to Ryan Garcia at this point, especially at this young age. I mean, he just doesn't know any better. He thinks he's a winning machine. He thinks he's invincible at this point. This is a close fight. This is a close fight, and this was very difficult for me to pick, but I think the other factor that kind of tilts the scales for me is the pressure. What do I mean by that? Luke Campbell, ladies and gentlemen, is 33 years old, and he's come up short in both in both tries where he tried winning the title. He's come up short. This is going to be the third attempt. And, I don't think it bodes well for him being 33 years old, fighting for the third time for a title after having lost twice and challenging for a title, and going in there against a kid who's 22 years old who's got nothing to lose. I mean, look, Ryan Garcia has nothing to lose in this fight. Even if he loses this fight, people are just going to say, oh, he went in there against a guy 11 years his senior, former gold medalist, who had way more experience than he did, way more quality experience than he did. Ryan Garcia has nothing to lose in this fight. And so that pressure on Luke Campbell, for me, tilts the scales to Ryan Garcia. Because, again, could you imagine Luke Campbell, 33 years old, has challenged for a title twice, has come up short twice, loses to Ryan Garcia? What happens with his career after that? We all know how fickle boxing can be. Listen, I'd still love to watch him and support him, but it is what it is. That's what this sport is, unfortunately. You take too many losses, you're done, and he's already lost 3 times. So for me, that lack of pressure on Ryan Garcia, combined with that speed and that athleticism, combined with his confidence and momentum and star power, especially the fact that this fight's going to be happening in the United States, leads me to believe that if it goes to decision, you are going to have to get a miracle in Texas for them to side with Luke Campbell. I mean, he has to be absolutely dominant to win this fight. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. My prediction is a unanimous decision win for Ryan Garcia. That said, I'm going to ask you now, who do you think wins this fight and how? Write it in the comments below. Smash the like button when you're done. Subscribe when you're done and hit the bell icon so you know when the next video is up. We put out a video pretty much every day at 7 p.m. And get your Fighters Rep gear in the link below, man. Look at this dope hoodie I got, man. Anything you guys purchase on this channel goes to supporting not only the channel, but also the only kickboxing promotion that matters, Fighters Rep Promotions. Finally, like I said, on New Year's, January 1st, I'm going to be releasing the optional membership. It's optional, right? And you're going to see a join button down here. By joining, it's only going to cost you $5 a month. You'll help me build this channel, build a promotion. Okay, this is the only channel that's going to let you be involved in building a promotion. You'll get access as an official knucklehead by joining to our live streamed fights. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait weeks to watch the fights. But if you're a member, you get access to the fights live. You'll also get a badge on the YouTube channel. You get a shout out letting people know that you support the channel and you're an official knucklehead. You support the promotion. You also get discounts on all the Fighters Rep gear below. And you're also going to get invited to a monthly member meeting where we discuss the progress of Fighters Rep Promotions. Listen, it's very important to give back to the fighters. I hope you guys join me in this journey. I don't want to be beholden to any big corporations or sponsors that, their vision is not in line with our company. I'd rather you guys help me build this channel and this promotion. And that's what we're going to be doing starting January 1st. So I hope you guys join. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this fight.